to the chat. Um, Hi, KT. Happy to have you here. How have you been? Eric said I missed you. Yeah, I missed you too. Hi, Kat. Eric says I love the comfort of thinking I'm late and then seeing the stream start soon screen. Yeah, there's quite a lot going on in my life, and also I'm still reeling because I just finished what I believe is chapter 18 of the Nanny Affair book 2, and there's ooh. Oh, that twist with Robin, I don't like it, and I'm still thinking about that. It's been rough on me if you've seen my tweets. If you've seen my tweets, you know that I'm quite disappointed about the writing for his character in particular. Okay. Um, what else is there? Fishy said, "Welcome to the streaming community, Play Truth's podcast." Thank you so much. My name's Fishty. Nice to see the community grow. Eric said it's been forever. Yeah, what was it, like 2 weeks? Almost three, but then I kind of forced this one in because I needed some semblance of normalcy because it was getting very weird having time off. Um, Eric said I've been stuck with Fishty. Yeah, I see that there's been some, I think judging by the tweets that I've seen, there's been the Royal Romance, and then you've continued with streaming the Freshman series. I don't know what book you're on anymore though. KT says spill the tea. Well, well. First of all, glad to hear you're doing good. Glad to hear you're doing well. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to read a message and talk at the same time. Spill the tea. Oh, Eric said I've read almost all of the freshman book too. You were gone. Interesting. So you're almost on book 3 now. How much are you? How fast do you read? Seems like a lot because the freshman series is quite lengthy. Katie says spill the tea. Let me try to. Oh, God, I just got to the chapter where you can fuss out Robin, which I did because I feel like his character deserved it, but I also felt very bad like the entire time that I was doing it. Um, because like you're in that scene, you're getting so much character development, but obviously his behavior is like unacceptable. And then when he comes to the apartment and drops off the flash drive, and I apologize. I think everyone in this chat has played the Nanny Affair too, but this is clearly spoilers, so I apologize that I just started saying spoilers without prefacing it. But when he drops off the flash drive and he's like, "You're the closest thing to family that I have, and I want you to like own the company and win the competition." And like it's just so, oh God, the thing that was on that flash drive was just so so low, even for what they've been dragging Robin through from a plotline perspective. It's just so low, and like the fact that he arrives at the apartment being like this is like the one thing he can do to I already know what the twist at the end is. I've seen too many spoilers at this point. I appreciate you being vague, but I know what the twist at the end is. At this point, I'm just kind of along for the ride of like how they set it up. But oh my God, it's just oh God, they really are running his character to the ground in order to like have a villain, and like I just don't know. It feels again, it just feels very cartoonish. Again, I don't have an issue with him being the villain of the book, but I feel the same way about Robin's character development as I did with like Daenerys's character development in the last season of Game of Thrones, which is not mad that they're the villain, but I also feel like it just could have been paced and written better is like my takeaway from it. Um, but yeah, I mean, this train wreck I believe is almost over as as much as the ups and downs with Robin have been plentiful in the Nanny Affair too. I still think it's the better nanny affair. And I think it's purely because the character development between Anna and Sam makes the relationship a shit ton more believable than it was in book one. Um, and the chapters are actually quite plot filled, even if I find some of the twist a little ridiculous. Like they're definitely more beefy. So I do think book two overall is an improvement over book one, even though some of the twists are quite disappointing from a character development perspective. I still am enjoying it. It's just a little bit of a bummer getting into the back half chapters. KT said Jordan is a waste of a character. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that they made it they made it clear that Jordan wasn't a plant the entire time and that he got hired kind of later on in the book by Robin, and I was kind of hoping that he was going to be a plant from the very beginning because it just seems like it would be more sinister, I guess. But I don't know. Jordan kind of spills some tea though in that last scene when you and when Anna and Sam confronted Jordan, and Jordan was like, it's literally not any different from you two getting caught. I mean, it's a little different. It is. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that Jordan's a good character for doing what they did, but it was very funny Jordan pointing out to Anna that y'all have made this a huge mess anyways by barely keeping it secret. I thought that was a little funny. Everyone in this book is just such a disaster, to be honest. They're awful. They're just awful people, and it's painful and enjoyable at the same time. Eric said, I expected more from Jordan. They just drop out of the book with no follow up. I mean, if it's one thing that. Oh, KT said, I wanted to romance him too. I wasn't really romantically inclined to Jordan at any point, but the sex scene was pretty good. I wish you could have had an opportunity to go all the way. I would have liked to, you know, I don't know, go further. um, Eric said I expected more from Jordan, but they just drop out of the book with no follow up. I mean, fishy, that is a fair point, but I don't really know. It did seem very anticlimactic for something that they were hinting at. But if there's one thing that I've learned with the nanny affair is that the writers, in my opinion, don't really care for proper character development, and the one time that I do see some character development happening with Anna and Sam throughout the course of book 2, it feels like it comes at the expense of how do I say this, ruining the character development for every other character. I think the only character that I feel satisfied with their development outside of Sam and Anna is probably Sophia, because she just continues to be the badass bitch that we all knew her to be, but she's more likable without losing her edge. She still has an edge to her. But yeah, anyways, those are just kind of my high level thoughts about about the nanny affair too. I've been binging it a lot today, so that's why I am so eager to voice my opinions on it. But I will have it finished fairly soon, fairly quickly. Shouldn't take too long. I think we should just jump into Chasing You. I think we were on episode 3 of season 1. I have more logic points than I have. That's right, that's logic. I'm forgetting what the. It's been 2 weeks and I'm already forgetting what the mannerisms is. Fishy said that was to make you think you could have a choice in allies instead of being stuck with the cardboard cutout that is Sam. Eric says Sam has no development. They're the same selfish character they were in book 1 with horrible communication skills. I don't think that Sam has had any development. well, I disagree. Actually, I disagree. I think he's had minor development. It's not enough to impress me, but I think that their relationship has taken a lot of strides, at the very least. We'll see how well the relationship continues to develop in book 3, given the twist that they have. Okay, so the summary for Chasing You, episode 3, is you've got a queer ally, I don't know what that is, a piquant problem with your cousin, and some difficulties with a last testament, and why the bulb? KT said Kingsley got more character. I haven't, actually played. Whoops, I just smacked the shit out of my mic. Piquant? That's a ridiculous word. That's not actually pronounced like that. You're lying to me, right? Piquant? Piquant? That's ridiculous. That's made up. That's not a real word. KT said Kingsley got more character. I haven't read past the first 2 chapters of Queen Bee, so I really can't speak to that. Alright, so chapter 3 is at the bottom of the well. I honestly can't remember where we left off in chapter 2 other than like making out with my cousin. It was a very bizarre and uncomfortable experience. I wish I could forget, but it is burned into the memory of my mind so vividly. So I am just going to try to avoid him as much as possible and try to repair my relationship. Okay, I saw I saw what Fishy said. I understand. So it's actually pronounced piquant. Piquant. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I'm trying my best based off how Fishy spelled it, but it's very funny. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to avoid my cousin as much as possible. Try to repair my relationship with Alexander because he seemed pissed off that, or not pissed off, but he seemed upset, and it said it ruined my relationship with him, or not ruined, but I got some relationship points taken off because he watched me make out with my cousin, which is fair. I don't disagree with him for judging me for that, but those are just my goals in this chapter, so we're gonna see how it goes. Fishy said it's close enough, so that's a win in my book. Chapter 3 is titled At the Bottom of the Well. Oh, Goodman, that's right. Your situation has gotten considerably more complex, Miss Harris, because we were named as the... What do you call them? What do you call these people? The inheritor? I don't know if that's a word, but we're supposed to inherit the riches of our aunt. You worriedly glanced around the room. Eliza was looking at Goodman in terror, Dante with disgust. Frederick and Charles looked on impartially, while Martha intently. Alexander, this is too many people and too many reactions for me to remember. Okay, the air. Alexander remained silent somewhere behind you. That's not all. Anthony, her lawyer, or whatever his name is, physician. Of course there's more. There are a few conditions. First, you are to receive only 15% of the assets as well as his house. Now. Eric said not the royal heir. Good one. To receive the rest, you will need to get married some... God. Why do they do this? Why? 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 I don't understand. I feel like I'm fucking playing the fucking roles of engagement. I'm so mad. Like... I think the thing that frustrates me the most about these type of plot lines is that, like, if you actually look at, like, the way that wills are designed, I don't think that you can actually require anyone to do anything in order to get money. Like, I really don't think that you can force someone to do any type of action in order to get money. I think that that's something that people have used fictionally in a liberal sense to, like, advance the plots where someone has to do something absolutely ridiculous in order to gain money. But I mean, I think my husband is right behind me. Out of all the people in this room, I think my husband is right behind me, so I'm fine. Eric said I'd say I'd say screw to that money. 15% in a house is enough. It's definitely just a plot device. Yeah, it's a terrible plot device at that. Fishy said Google says you can. Maybe it's just marriage, but I remember someone saying that they had. I remember like a public figure of a podcast that I listened to wanted to like have people. It's a terribly goofy thing, but they wanted to have people do like a scavenger hunt before they like got their money, and the lawyer told them that that's not how wills work. But maybe marriage is a specific uh action that you can require someone. It's just so stupid. Okay. Second, if over the course of the next 60 days another close relative appears, they may dispute the will. Oh. This lawyer says you can stipulate exactly what you want under what circumstances as far as what happens to your assets. I don't know. I'm hearing conflicting results. They may dispute the will. Okay, another close relative. Aren't we in like a house full of close relatives? I'll just say I understand. You rubbed your temples, slowly breathing to calm down. You thought that all your relatives were about to start arguing with one another, but the room remained completely silent. They were all expectantly looking at you. What am I supposed to tell them? Are we supposed to say something? Suddenly your phone rang, saving you from having to answer that question. Excuse me. You rush out of the room. I mean, it's a beautiful house. I'm happy to have it. Other than the fact that my aunt was like murdered here. Hello? And then it says putting conditional gifts in a will means your beneficiaries will only inherit money, assets, and belongings from your estate if they meet certain criteria from you. I just can't believe that's a real thing. It just seems absolutely ridiculous. It's just such a ridiculous idea. I should put something like that in my will. I should put something like, it is a dick move, absolutely. I should put something like Fishy said I'm gonna do it, yeah. I should put something like, I will give this person my house and all of my money that I have to my name, but only if they agree to wear a yellow sock on their left foot on Tuesdays. And if they don't do that, it gets taken away from them. I don't know how you would monitor that, but but I would do it. Agatha says hello. Good day. Is this Miss Agatha Harris? Yes, that's me. I am from S Security, calling to talk to you about the position of a cryptographer. Oh yeah, that's right, her job. Yes. I wish to inform you that unfortunately you have already found a candidate for the position. That's an odd phrasing for that type of news. We will keep you in mind and call you back. Damn, so she like needs this money. Yes, thank you for calling. Eric said, imagine having to go to a lawyer office weekly to show your yellow sock. Yeah, you gotta like take photos, and the photos have to be dated so they know. S Security is a stupid name. So you think whoever is saying the name of the company is stuttering. Yeah, I don't. There's a lot of things about this book that's a little off. The beeping on the other end of the line was soul crushing. Yeah, so now Agatha actually really needs this money. You didn't return immediately to the hotel. By the time you enter the room, Anthony was already gone. Agatha, may I ask you a question? How many phones do you have? Uh-oh, because she snuck two. She snuck into the room too? Really, what are their models? Well, this one and an older one. You don't know what kind of phones you own? You bit your tongue. Fuck! Tell me, have you been in your aunt's room since after we sealed it? Of course not. Is that so? Because it seems to me that I've seen your phone in there. You started breathing a bit more frequently, feeling the tips of your fingers go numb. May I take a look at it? Why? Dante says. Truly, Mr. Goodman, do you have a good reason for that? Or are you suspecting my niece or something? It seems to me that you don't really have the legal grounding to do that. Alexander silently put his hand on your shoulder. Without even looking at him, you could feel his heavy gaze directed at the detective. Hell yeah, because of your high authority, your family stood up for you. Bitch. Fuck you, Goodman. That's right. I got away with breaking into a scene of a crime, stole my property back, and got away with it. Goodman says, well, let's leave that for now. Sam unexpectedly smiled at you from behind the detective's back. Turning to his assistant, the detective asked, Sam, where are the experts? They called about half an hour ago. They'll be here soon. I see. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the inconvenience, but a forensics team is going to arrive to take a look at the second floor bedroom. I advise you to stay away from that area. Better yet, to vacate the house for a couple of hours. What to do? I hate playing this game without a walkthrough because I just don't know. I don't know if they're going to look at me like, oh look, she's cool, calm, and collected if she just gets up and leaves. Or if they're going to respect me more if I stand up for them. I'm thinking about this now. It's a bad version of Knives Out. It is. It reminds me heavily of Knives Out. I'm gonna stand up for my family and just like cross my fingers that it goes well. You don't have the right to force my family out of their rooms. What if they're tired and want to rest? As I said, I do apologize for the inconvenience. Agatha, we appreciate the effort, but it's fine. I think this weather is perfect for going out. Isn't that right, kids? Dante and Eliza both nodded without much enthusiasm. Giving it some thought, you nodded and left the room. I don't think that went well for us. I missed what was going on up here, so I didn't see it. A few steps later, Sam caught up to you. Agatha, I want to talk to you in private. In private? Why? I can't tell you right now. We'll talk when we meet. Come to the parking lot in 2 hours, please. Ooh, little secret rendezvous. Without waiting for a response, he rushed back to the living room. Oh, I got plus authority? Sweet! KT said that bowl cut, though. Why is he still cute with the bowl cut? Because I want to answer that for me. He is still cute even with the bowl cut. Angrily, you walked along the garden path. Forced out of the house? Who does he think he is? He's the detective. Jesus. Agatha said, whatever, what to do now? You reached for your phone and felt the onion. Why would Auntie keep it in her office? I should ask the gardener. Cute like a small child, maybe. Yeah. Well, cute as in like an adorable younger adult. Like he's adorable. You decisively headed further into the garden. Having wandered around for a bit, you came across a small shed. The gardener was nowhere to be found, but there was someone in front of the shed. Oh my god, why is he shirtless? Oh my god. What is he even doing that he needs to take his clothes off? Dante is shirtless and counting 17, 18. The branch... Of course he's doing push-ups. Of course he is. Or pull-ups. I'm sorry. Of course he is. The branch he was doing pull-ups from was creaking. Fishy said gains, baby. Whoa, I probably wouldn't even manage 5. Oh, so impressive. I am not gonna compliment his form. Fuck you. You crossed your arms and leaned against a heavy tree, or nearby tree. I've lost all semblance for speaking. Sometime later, he let out a tired sigh and turned around. Damn it, Agatha, what are you doing over there? Just watching. Ew, that came out creepier than I wanted it to. You startled me. He jumped down in front of you. You wanted something, or are you just here to look? I came here to look at you, was looking for the gardener. I was looking for the gardener. MC was supposed to be a power lifter before her boobs got in the way. Did I miss that? Are her boobs so big that she can't do a pull-up after being a power lifter? I must have missed that. I don't remember that. The gardener? Have you seen him anywhere? I need to talk to him. No, I don't think I have. Oh, well, maybe he's somewhere around the pond. It's in a Q&A with the writer. There's so much random fucking information that we learn with these little Q&As. I'll go check. Maybe they wrote that she's a power lifter after they wrote this chapter. Maybe that was a headcanon they came up with after this chapter. You turned away to leave, but Dante took you by the hand. Wait, about what happened this morning. Please leave it alone. He took a step towards you and now is very close. Do you want to talk about it? I don't think so. You took a tiny step back, but Dante insistently leaned towards you. Oh no. You have to understand, we can't just sweep this under the rug. Yes, we can. Tell me, what was that? It was meaningless. You tell me. Why me again? And why should I be the one to do it? You started it. Oh god, this is... this is not good. We're just going back and forth. No way, I was, reacting to your behavior. What behavior? Childish. What on earth are you talking about? I really can't tell you that it was all because of the key. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was. You stubbornly puckered your lips, unwilling to tell your secrets. He sighed, lowered his head, and ran his fingers through your hair. Fishy said, I think, Dante, you grabbing her tit when you first saw each other again is what started it. What did you want from me? I wanted... No, I can't. I can't do it again. I cannot. My state of mind and mental health is so weak already. I can't put myself through that again. And I didn't really like it. His fingers suddenly became really tense. He let go of you and took a few steps backward. Oh, here it goes. I see, you said you had something to do. I'm just gonna finish up here. Nope, Eric, I'm not. He motioned towards the branch, turned around, and jumped back up. I'm getting out of here. Before he had a chance to reconsider, you turned around and swiftly left. Fishy said he'll get over it. He will. And even if he doesn't, I don't care. Dashing by the shed door, you nearly tripped. What the fuck is going on here? A box of onions. In the darkness, there was a box of onions. What is going on here? You approached the box and closely looked at it. Then, after thinking for a bit, reached into your pocket. A dried onion. As I suspected, it's a match. I need to find that gardener. I should check the pond. I don't know what's going on here. As you approached, your attention... Ooh, I apologize, I'm yawning. Your attention was caught by a splashing noise. Here goes the other cousin that's trying to flirt with me. Is that Eliza? What are you doing here? I dropped my earring. She was looking at the still water of the pond. Let me help you look for it. Where'd you last see it? Well, I can't tell you for sure. I was standing on the stone when I realized it was gone. You approached the specified stone and touched your earlobe. Fell from here, then it would have landed somewhere around... Eric said it's time to hook up with the other cousin. Yeah, I don't want any cousin D, I want some cousin P. You reached into the water and immediately felt something small and pointy. Here. That's it. Okay, my relationship with her has improved because I helped her find her earring. You handed her the earring. That is a big earring. That looks expensive. No wonder you lost it. It has such a flimsy latch. But I really like these ones. Charles gave them to me on my first birthday. Lovingly latching the earring back in place, Eliza sat down on a nearby bench. You mean after you got adopted? Cat says, always with the cousins. We're stuck with them. We really are. Uh-huh. Seems like it was forever ago. I was a completely different person then. Of course you were. You were 15 back then. I still regret that we haven't seen each other more since then. Over the internet is fine, but it's not the real thing. I don't know about that. I hope we can see each other more in the future. I just want to be a friendly cousin. Like, I don't want to flirt with her. I'm gonna say I hope so too, but like, I really don't want to get interpreted as like me flirting with her. Okay, my relationship with her has improved. She beamed, raised her hands to her face, and touched the backside of your wrist with her lips. Okay. What are you doing? My hands are dirty. So what? Oh god, no. I just walk into these things. KT said we went from uncles to cousins. We downgraded. We did. I'll tell you what, any scene that's with Mabante was somehow more enjoyable than whatever's happening right now. She leaned forward and kissed you on the cheek this time. She pulled her knees up and hugged them. She was looking at the pond with worried, slightly swollen eyes. What actions can be justified by desperation and loneliness? And what actions can't be? Is she trying to, like, rationalize us, like, getting together? I don't really see what you mean. Can you give me an example? She shook her head. I'm sorry. I'm not making any sense. Never mind. What is bothering her so much? Is it connected with Auntie? Or is something happening in her life that I don't know about? Should I pry or leave her be? What to do? Let's comfort her. I'm curious. I hope this doesn't end up being romantic. You decisively hugged her by the shoulders, pulling her close. Whatever it is you're feeling, it's completely normal. There are times when people are going through things and they make mistakes or act in ways they wouldn't want to otherwise. That doesn't mean they are beyond understanding or forgiveness. Every one of us deserves to be heard out and understood. You especially. What happened, Liz? She looked at you and let out a quiet sigh. I got together with the wrong person. Oh no, she's going through a breakup. Can I help you? After thinking for a bit, she shook her head. I need to deal with this by myself. Is this somehow connected to what's been happening around the house? She shook her head while looking away. Then she pressed her lips into a thin line and raised her head. You're right, Agatha. Thank you. I have to be brave and strong like you. She looked at you with a gentle smile. You are the best woman in the world. If you were a man, I wouldn't let you go. All right. All right. We're still cousins, girl. Even if it's not related. Let's keep it together. She squinted thoughtfully. Actually, oh. No. No. Actually, I probably don't want to let you go either way. Someone, oh my god, look at her face. We've got to get out of here. You giggled, feeling your face turn red. Thankfully, we live in a world where that's possible. Oh, no. She stood up, straightened out her skirt, and then sighed. Sorry, Agatha, I need to go. Thank God. Me too. Okay, good. Yeah, me too. Oh, hold on, Eliza. Have you seen the gardener? The gardener? You mean Edgar? Yesterday, he left for the village for the weekend. Why are you looking for him anyway? I just wanted to ask him about the garden. It can wait, though. Eliza smiled and left. It's time for me to go, too. Sam is probably already waiting for me. That's right, our rendezvous in the parking lot. It's crazy that this house is so big that the parking area is just called the lot. That's wild to me. As soon as you enter the parking lot, Sam immediately appeared from the bushes. He was holding a basket and a blanket. What is happening here? Do you know of a place we could hide from everyone for about half an hour? What? I do. Sam, what is this? Sandwiches. You must be starving by now. Do you eat? Like, ever? I have yet to see you do it. Fishy said, is it? Or does RC just not know what to call a driveway? Even if it's like a looped driveway, like one of them fancy driveways, it's still very weird to call it a parking lot. Let's go before Goodman catches us. Am I being whisked on a date? What is happening? You turned around and led him away from the house. As soon as you left the forest and a view of the hills opened up before you, Sam let out a whistle. Whoa. Yes, it's quite the view. I used to come here a lot when I was little. There's rarely anybody out here. Oh, what a beautiful butterfly. Then this place is perfect for us. He winked at you and started unfolding the blanket. You helped him set everything up. Finally, when the preparations were complete, Sam invitingly patted the blanket. Sit down and help yourself. You sat down, but were hesitant to take a bite of the sandwich. You didn't mix anything into them, did you? Sleeping pills, truth serum? At first, he was taken aback by your words, but then he started laughing. You think I'm capable of doing something like that? Well, you seem, I'll just say, trustworthy. But it never hurts to be cautious. He shyly smiled at you. Do you want me to take a bite out of each one of them? Yeah, actually. Well, she said no way. As soon as you said that, you bit into the biggest sandwich. Sam followed your example. So what did you want to talk about? What? You tried extremely hard to swallow the big bite you just took. Katie said the music was very classy. Yeah, it's very upbeat for it being a murder mystery book. I said, what did you want to talk about? I thought you just want to interrogate me. Sam rapidly shook his head while trying to swallow the bite he took and started coughing. Eric said, you barely know this man. RC likes to drug characters. That is true. They have a bad history. Whoa there, what's the rush? You slapped him on the back a few times. I'm just allergic to unjust accusations. There won't be any interrogation, Agatha. On the contrary, I wanted to say that I believe you're innocent. Although I do know that you were in the room and you got your phone back. Uh-oh. You immediately stopped chewing as a chill went down your spine. If you recall, a photographer accompanied the paramedics, and one of the photos clearly shows your phone on the table. And today, it was missing from there. Didn't you just say that you don't suspect me? Exactly. I don't get it then. I believe you're innocent because I've seen the gift you prepared for your aunt. You instantly recalled Annette and her face when you gave her the box. Your heart ached, but you returned to the conversation at hand. Tickets to the Bahamas for two, Prada sunglasses, and a 4-leaf clover. I don't believe that after a gift like that, you would have been able to murder her in cold blood. That's... Why am I attempting to disagree with him? Shouldn't I be, trying to agree with him to make myself look innocent? I don't know. I'll say it's a weak argument. I agree. Consider it my intuition. He winked as he finished his sandwich. You put your hands over your stomach feeling nauseous. I want to share my fears with somebody, but can I be entirely truthful with him? What if it's his goal to gain my trust and get all the information that way? I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm gonna trust him. You know what? I am not entirely sure I don't have anything to do with this. He inquisitively tilted his head to the side. Eric said he just thinks you're pretty. I think so too. Well, when I was little, I used to sleepwalk. A few times I came into my auntie's room and scared her half to death. And that night I was having a nightmare. You briefly told him about it. And I'm scared that I might have seen or done it? You looked up at him, but he was looking back at you without judgment or suspicion. I understand your fears. If I was in your position, I probably would have been scared too. But I think these fears are baseless. In any case, I don't have an argument that you didn't do it. I have an argument that you didn't do it while sleepwalking. KT said this is going to be a Marcus problem. I really hope not. And what might that be? The experts gave us the preliminary report and was curious is that the door handle from inside the room was wiped clean, not a single print on it. I don't think you would have thought to wipe it off in your sleep, right? Yeah, that would be strange to say the least. That's how it seemed to me. He leaned back at his elbows and looked at you. The sunset softly lit up his hair, giving it a golden color. A gust of wind brought with it a leaf and it landed on his hair. Sam, you've got something in your hair. Right here? No. Oh, just let me get it for you. He obediently leaned towards you. Carefully picking out the leaf, you ran your fingers across his hair. So soft. Okay, that was a weird thing to do. I do not know him that well. I hope it's not a spider in there? No, there's nothing. He raised his face, his eyes inquisitively looking at you. He's so cute, but when Goodman's around, he acts completely different. Does that mean he considers me more than just another case? You felt your heart skip a beat. You have just met this man. There is no reason to get caught up in the romance quite yet. I wonder how he would react if I kissed him? What to do? He's cute, but I don't want to spend 20 diamonds to kiss him, dude. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Oh, what's 20 diamonds when I almost have 1400? You know? I'll do it. Won't know until I try, right? Without letting go of his hair, you lean towards his face. Katie said she's catching feelings really early. She is. He didn't move and seemingly didn't breathe. You stopped half an inch away from his lips, feeling your bravery abandon you. No, no, no. I'm acting like a complete... Oof. Eric said, that's a lot for a kiss, but it helps the relationship. Yeah, it is quite steep. He let out a quick exhale and just quickly leaned forward. He was kissing you confidently, but without excessive pressure, calmly studying your lips. Oh god. Relaxed, delicate, he left room for you to breathe and freedom to pull back. And for that very reason, you didn't want to pull away. Eric said he did make you a picnic. Clearly he's worth falling in love with. I don't know if that's the only qualification, but it is very kind. Sliding the tip of his tongue along your lower lip one last time, he leaned back a bit. You have a lovely smell. Okay, of sandwiches? Mainly the forest, wind, perfume, and sandwiches. You laughed, feeling completely at ease with them. It's almost as though a massive rock has fallen from my back. He ran his fingers along your hair. I really don't want to leave, but I think it's time. You looked at the sun, which had almost set already. Yeah, it's about time. Thank you for the sandwiches. He winked at you with a smile. You probably shouldn't be seen coming back together. It's going to be bad if Goodman finds out you've been spending time alone with the suspect. Yes, he might even think you're trying to win me over to your side. We should go back separately. He furrowed his eyebrows. He looked out into the forest. But I'm not a big fan of letting you walk through the woods alone. You think it's dangerous? Somewhere out there is the one who killed your aunt. The thought of that made you shiver. Then you should go through the forest while I find a different path. Is there another way around? Yes, although not as convenient, it goes by the old church and the well. It's a wide open area, so it'll be easy to see anyone trying to sneak up. Yeah, and also easier to see you too. Alright, write down my number. You exchange phone numbers. If there's anything wrong, give me a call. Roger that, boss. Alright, see you back at the house. With a smile, you parted ways. That was pleasant. Kind of boring, but pleasant. Oh my god, about halfway there it got dark. Jesus Christ, look at that crow. The old church looked at you with empty window frames. Once I become the owner... Oh... I'll say I'll restore it. Let it have some purpose other than scaring me at night. The narrow path led you straight towards the old well. I wonder if it still has water. You approached it and leaned over the edge. It was quiet. But she said the sun sets really quickly in these stories. How long are they going to keep us out of the house? Like, do you think we needed to be out, like, after dark? I hope not. So Agatha says hey into the well and it echoes, hey, hey, hey. There's barely an echo. Oh, that's right, Auntie had it filled in. I wonder why. It was a good enough well. You heard shuffling behind you and then someone pushed you in the back. Agatha screamed. You started feeling your arms trying to keep balance. Your fingers grabbed someone's wrist, which was cold as metal. Oh my god. It's a watch. I grabbed their watch. One more strong pull and you tore off the assailant's watch and fell into the well. Oh no. When you came to, there was darkness all around you. You started panicking. KT said it's the killer from Dead by Daylight. She jumped into this game. Which killer? Are we talking about the new killer they announced today? Fishty said, you probably all should have been put in a hotel while they fully processed the crime scene and conducted the search they probably have a warrant for. I agree. It seems very weird to tell everyone to kind of scatter and come back, you know, later. I hate when it's dark. What's happening here? Do I need to click again? Oh, okay. Oh my god, that's a fat fucking spider. When your eyes adjusted a bit, you realized that moonlight was coming through the cracks up top. Why would there be any cracks up there? Oh, damn it, the lid. He put the lid over the well. What to do? Call Sam. You reached into your pocket. My phone, where is it? You knelt down and started looking on the ground. But she said, ooh, the spider moves. Yeah, it's very unsettling, but it was nowhere to be found. Could it have fallen out when that person pushed me? Alright, don't panic, Agatha. We'll think of something. What to do? Climb upward. I don't think anyone's going to be here for us to call for help. You decisively started climbing the rocks. The well was dry and the rocks served a subpar support for your hands and feet. This thing is only like 10 feet deep. I got this. You kept climbing with trembling hands, sweat dripping into your eyes. You fell down a couple of times, but kept getting up and trying again. KT said, "Oh no, I'm getting the flamethrower." Eventually you reached the lid and pressed your shoulder against it. It won't budge. Your hands barely held on. You managed to climb down several feet. The fall was painful, but not deadly. Damn, I need to find another way out. Call for help is the right answer. You inhaled and started screaming. Help! Help me! I'm in the well! You stopped to listen. Nothing. Someone. Please. No one comes by here anymore. I need to try something else. Breathing heavily, you sat down on the ground and looked up at the lid. How did my life go this terribly wrong? Alright, there's a way out of any situation. You just need to find it. Maybe it's a spider. Think, Agatha, think. Why would Auntie have the well dried and filled in? You sat down and hugged your legs. You slowly began to remember. Why dry the well? Do you know why there is a church there? Well, it's a convenient hill, good view. Yes and no. There are many tunnels going through that hill. It's said that some go as far as the mansion. I just want to make sure they don't collapse together with the house. Interesting. The tunnels. The collapse was a silly excuse, Auntie. Why would you need a tunnel all the way home? And come to think of it, why would you need secret passageways inside the house itself? One more mystery to think about for later. You jumped to your feet and started feeling every inch of the walls. If there's a tunnel, that means there's an entrance. Think logically. Alright, I don't see any levers. That means there's specific stone in here. Just have to find it. Somewhere around chest height, most likely. You raised your hand and started running it along the wall, pressing against the stone. Suddenly, one of them gave away under your hand. The stone wall lowered with a crunch and slid to the side. Alright. Yes, I knew it. That was nice. We got there sooner than I anticipated. As soon as you stepped into the tunnel, the light bulbs lit up. Holy shit, the feeling of fear started to fade. A motion sensor. Very clever. Alright, the mansion is somewhere to the right, I think. It's kind of hard to tell which way is which, but the central tunnel seems to be the widest. Logic dictates that going right is the right way, but the central tunnel seems righter. Where to go? Let's go... I don't know. I kind of want to know what's straight ahead. You went straight but kept your expectations low. Surprisingly enough, after 10 minutes of walking, you came across a door. Funny, it would have taken me twice as long to reach it the usual way. You opened the door and went inside. In the darkness of the tunnel, you almost started panicking again. I have no time for being afraid right now. You walked in complete darkness, holding onto the walls. A ray of light appeared up ahead. There it is, a way out. You ran up to the source of the light. It turned out to be a crack in the wall. You looked through. What is this? I recognize this room. So that's what she meant by getting involved with the wrong person? Oh my god, I'm getting out of here. Yeah, we gotta go. If this is the same passageway Alexander and I used, then it should lead to Auntie's room. You went further along the tunnel. A few minutes later, you were standing at the secret door to Auntie's bedroom. Now, I just have to remember how Alexander got this thing opened. It was a lever. Suddenly, you heard shuffling on the other side of the door. Looking around, you found a crack similar to the one in Dante's room. Who was there? Uh-oh. Frederick. Yeah, creepy old fucker. What's he doing in there? Frederick closed the door and headed towards the wall behind the bed. He reached out and started carefully taking down the picture. What does he want with the picture? It's very strange. Silently, oh no. Should I scare him off? Because if I silently get out of here, he might take what's behind the picture. I'm gonna scare him off. You're a simple thief, Uncle. You approached the place where he was standing and hit the wall with all your might. Afterwards, you heard muffled swearing. When you looked back inside the room, you were horrified to see him opening the passageway. Run. You turned around and ran like the wind. Fuck. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. You could hear screeching and swearing coming from behind. It felt as though you had grown wings. Taking another turn, you nearly ran face first into a wall. Then your sleeve got caught on something. You tugged and stumbled and fell into someone's bedroom. Oh, not again. A few steps later, you tripped over the bed and fell onto the person sleeping in it. Is it Alexander? Where's the door? Of course it is. Of course. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Leaving. You got caught in the blanket trying to jump down to the floor. Suddenly, Alexander grabbed your wrist. You're hurting me. Let me go. What are you doing here, woman? I left the door for the night. I used the secret entrance. If you were that desperate to get into my bed, you should have said so. I'm modest like that. Oh, so jumping into my bed in the middle of the night is your idea of modesty? Leaning over you, he was blocking all routes of escape. I repeat, what are you doing here? How about you let me go first? Answer the question. I got lost. His face expressed a wide variety of emotions. You had no choice but to briefly tell him what happened. Now, will you let me go? No, you're fine like this. What to do? I don't think shaking him off is going to help me at all. We'll just stay still. You relax, looking at him. He furrowed his eyebrows and let out a tired sigh and let go of your hands. Fine, I get it. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. There was so much going on there. I'm just glad that I gained like 2 authority points. I am. Eric said writers for these apps are so weird sometimes. But she said, "Don't worry about the fact that I'm going to strap you to my bed without your permission." And then KT said, "Hey, smash Alex." I mean, out of all of them, I'm probably the closest to choosing him as my ally. But so much about this book is just so sexual, between Dante and Eliza, and then Dante with Eliza, and then Alex, and then Sam. It's just too much. Too much. Hi Brandon, how's it going? Unfortunately, I was just about to hop off of streaming. But yeah, no, Eric said later LIs are better. Interesting. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Well, nice to have you here, Brandon. Thanks for joining. I just heard a very weird noise coming from the rest of my house, so I'm going to go and figure out what that is. Oh yeah, I also said I would announce the new podcasting schedule, so I probably should do that. Brandon says you're making me want to play RC now, so you should. You should. It is a wild, wild app. So my new podcasting schedule is I'm going to be streaming on Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays I'm going to be streaming Wolf Bride, and Tuesdays we'll just be continuing streaming. There's just so many things happening in chat right now. So Mondays I'm going to be streaming Wolf Bride, and Tuesdays I will be continuing to stream Romance Club, and we'll be continuing to stream Chasing You. I'm enjoying this book so far. Brandon said new podcast. We're planning on doing Heaven's Secret eventually. Whether we're gonna do Chasing You is still up in the air. I want to finish replaying Heaven's Secret, Mimi's route, and I want to finish playing Dino's route as well. Before I start recording episodes, and I've been incredibly slow on making progress on that, so I don't know when that's coming, but it will be coming. But yeah, so streaming on Mondays, Tuesdays is going to be the same time as we always do it, 4 p.m. PT, 7 p.m. ET. So we'll hopefully pick that up. I'm planning on streaming next week. Of course, life has just been insane lately, so I can't predict what has been happening, but or what's going to happen, but I'm crossing my fingers that next Monday and Tuesday we can begin looking at Wolf Bride and continuing Chasing You. Brandon said, "Can I join the romance club?" You're always welcome. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome to the madness. But yes, thank you everybody for watching. At some point, this upload's gonna be on YouTube. With everything happening on YouTube and them like banning like some of the more explicit scenes, I'm gonna have to be careful with. It may take a little while for this upload to be on YouTube, just because of the fact that YouTube is really cracking down on these explicit scenes from these like visual novel apps. So I don't know when it's gonna, you know, be uploaded, but I'm gonna try my best to get it uploaded soon, because I have to edit a couple of these scenes out. Because if they catch you even once, your whole channel gets deleted. You don't even get a warning. But yeah, thank everybody for joining me, and look forward to talking with you all next week for some Wolf Bride. Yay! See y'all.